It creates policies and programs as avenues to create job and employment opportunities. By that, we push for various initiatives. Una, paglingkod nako tungod kay ako mang gipangutana ang katawhan kung unsa ang ilahang mga nagunang mga problema, naguna usab ang unemployment. Immediately after akong giabri ang PESO or Public Employment Service Office, unya akong ipahibalo ninyo nga sukad pag-abri sa PESO doon na tayo na-deployed nga 228 persons overseas. And we also deployed 1,553 person locally. O hantod karon gapadayon ang recruitment sa atuang PESO. Mahimo nga kamo moadto dito aron mangutana kung aduna ba tay kapanarbuhuan. Conducted various recruitment activities, job fairs, and career guidance counseling to high school graduating students. Assisted the Department of Foreign Affairs in passporting activities. Provided reintegration assistance services to returning OFWs. 74 ang nakadawat og hinabang gikan sa ato ang probinsya niini. Regarding sa Provincial Integrated Skills Training Center o sa Technology and Livelihood Development Center, we continue to utilize our skills development programs as avenues to provide various skills trainings to out-of-school youth, unemployed, etc. Last year, the two training centers produced 1,060 graduates. The provincial government is continue to drive and aggressively drive the peace and order initiatives of the province of Negros Oriental. Nga naman, kay kung adunay kalinaw ug kausay, daghan ang musalig ng mga investor sa atong probinsya ug makita kini nato karon nga daghan kayong business process outsourcing kaning BPOs or kaning mga qual phones or etc. Hotels and restaurants ni daghan. Ang bangko ni daghan. Gani ni daghan ang atong mga flights sa atuang mga eroplano. Tungod kay ni daghan usab ang nisalig nga mga turista nga moanhi dinhi tungod kay nahimo man nato nga ang kalinaw ug kahusay atong na-address. Ang atong mga schools ni daghan mao na mga kaigsunan nga ubay-ubay pod ang atong nahimo para sa paghatag o kapanarbahuan sa ato ang mga katawhan. By that, let me leave you this message. I will not leave you with a promise but a solemn vow to do more than what I have done. As a Silimanyan, I have only honest and clear conscience as guide in my governance. Thank you very much.
Daghang salamat, Governor Licano. Negros Oriental should we hire a new governor? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Teves.
Thank you. Food and jobs are my priorities. So on jobs, I would do the following. Similar to what the governor said, I'd probably try to increase the capacity of TESDA, DOLE, and CHED to help the students as well as people who need skills to try to determine what are needed by the province as well as the neighboring provinces and make sure that our people are trained well. In the area of financial institutions, Land Bank, DBP, and similar institutions are also in helping our people earn a lot of income from livelihood projects to very cheap cost of financing, which we can also co-finance by way of providing counterpart from the province, the congressman, and the LGUs. For example, the interest rate that is charged by the bank is normally about 8% to a cooperative. If we put in our own peso together with the LGUs, the rate of interest will go down to as low as 4% a year. So that will be helpful because all we have to do is generate projects that can earn more than 4% a year. I'd like to be able to review the programs that had been done in the past, update them, like the tourism roadmap. The tourism roadmap will enable us to ask support from the national government to the tune of about 500 million, as Bohol and Cebu was able to do. So the 500 million can be used to improve on our infrastructure requirements, such as roads going to our beaches and other sites that are attractive to investors. I will also tap the private sector, those whom we have met over the years. All they need to do is get these project proposals from us. If they happen to be attractive to them, it's a win-win. They will make money out of it. Our people here will benefit and get employed. That will also be helpful. And we'd like to revive the so-called economic zone that was discussed in earlier years. And this will comprise of Dumaguete, Sibulan, Bacong, and Valencia. The advantage of an economic zone is that there are incentives such as lower taxes and lower costs of electricity. And recently, and that was about 2 days ago, we were able to encourage the PEZA, the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, to approve in principle the proposal of Bayawan to put up an economic zone in Bayawan. So we need to also tap international financial institutions for big projects, such as a power project. We need to have more power and cheaper ones so that we can attract more investment. In previous years, Governor Arnaiz was able to initiate this. I'd like to be able to revive this and see whether we can probably implement this over time. So it's a combination of all this effort, but the most important is come up with good projects. I'd like to tap our students who are very bright, and maybe we can set up a foundation where we can harness them, and they can also provide the studies which we can present to our business friends in the Philippines and abroad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the different strategies of our two candidates in facing the different issues that plague Negros Oriental. They may have almost the same vision, but there can only be one governor in Negros Oriental. First impressions may last, but nothing lasts longer than the last words. Mga igsuon paminaw nato ang tuga nga mensahe sa atong mga kandidato. Magsugod ta ni Governor Weltigam.
Usbon ko, daghan kayong salamat sa inyong pag-imbitar na ko din. I would like to thank all of you for inviting me here para mapadayag sa amo ang mga plano o plataforma. But as I've said, I have already started. Before, niingon ko nga I will work hard for this province. Nakita na to, katong giingon nila nga tourism roadmap. This is the only administration nga karon hapit na mahuman ang tourism roadmap. I would like to inform everyone to that. Ang tanan atong gihatagan og katinawan nga ang mga programa muhaom gayud sa panginahanglanon sa katawhan. Ang among advokasya mao ang pag-empower. Hatagan na mo og gahom ang katawhan, labi na ang katawhang kabus, because 85% of the total population of Negros Oriental mga kabus. Og dili nato hatagan og pagtagad ang mga kabos kaning probinsya magpabilin nga kabos. Muna makita ninyo nga kining inyong ubos nga sulugoon, ang inyong gobernador sa kanunay naa sa mga kabarangayan, kabukiran, walay hunong. Kay nakita nako nga ako malipay usab nga magtan-aw nga aduna tay nahimo sulod laman sa 24 ka bulan sa ato ang pag-administer nining probinsya. In my health program, sa gikaingon ko na sa health atong gihatagan gyud ay pagtagad ang dako kayo ang panglawas sa katawhan. Sa education atong gihatagan, sa livelihood gihatagan nato. Wala nato napasagdi og nakita na sa mga katawhan karon. Sa atong mga proyekto, I am happy to inform everyone that the total road length sa mga kabukiran nga nangaguba sukad pa niadto. Gani daghan kayo kong nahibal-an nga niingon ang mga kapitan ug mga katawhan, you are the first governor nga nakaanhi dinhi. Pag-adto na ko dito, barangay guba ang dalan. Mo nang ako dayon gihatagan og pagtagad, doon na tay concreting, aduna po tay road rehabilitation, kay gusto nako nga sunod bulan maayo ang barangay guba. Doon na tay mga barangays nga sukad pa niadto. Sukad pa niadto sa mga nangaging administrasyon, wala ka pa kuryente. Barangay Villasol o Barangay Kalamtukan sa Bayawan City. Nga nagtuo ko nga diha, nagpundok ang ato ang mga dagkong opisyalis. Unya, sa nakita nako, Ako, I was touched ni atong usa ka gulang ningon ako, 81 years old. Ningon ako, Governor, mahimo ba nga paraber ko mamatay, makatilaw ko sa anang gitawag nila sugang dagitabnon, barangay Kalamtukan. Murag gikumot ang akong kasing-kasing kay gakigikan ko sa kabos. Gagikan ko sa kabos, nabati nako ang gibati sa usa ka gulang nga gikan nga kabos usab. Mo nang naingon ko niya, basta makakita kog pundo, manang ako ning trabahoon og pakuryentehan kamon. Tamo, mo nang karon amo nang gi-switch on ang barangay Kalamtukan, and by March 6 mag-switch on na pod kami sa barangay Villasol. Kay mao kanay kahayag para sa tinuray nga kalambuan. Sa katapusan moingon ko, isip usa ka inhinyero ug isip usa ka silimanyan. Gamay ra kaayo mi og sulti. Ang amo ganahan mi og daghang resulta. Daghang salamat ug maayong hapon atong tanan.
My priorities are food and jobs. Food because we've seen it all over the place that although some of our families, many of our families can eat 3 times a day, many of them are not eating the right food, and their children are having difficulties really coping with hunger. So we need to make sure that the farmers and the fisher folks are supported. They can produce food at affordable prices. We probably should really seriously consider going back to the school feeding program. The governor is correct. We need to improve our infrastructure to make sure that the food that is produced can reach our consumers at affordable prices. Jobs are important because we've seen families with inadequate income. They cannot see a situation where the children are able to complete their courses that will also enable them to get good jobs in the future. In my little observation about the economy, not only for the Philippines but also here, we need these 3 pillars called infrastructure, education, and health. So we need to work together, province, local government units, the congressmen, and pool our resources together to see whether we can devote ourselves to assisting these priority programs. Then we have to access support coming from the national government. Fortunately, over the years, we have been able to meet a lot of these people, and they hold responsible positions among different government agencies. Some of them are now in the international financial institutions. We can tap these international financial institutions. And finally, we have friends in the private sector who are willing to help. And they will tell us, we'll help you for as long as you have good projects, and our people here will be able to work, because the more we are able to provide projects here, the more will be the capacity of our people to be employed in these projects. So the key really is commitment, cooperation, and in my own little way, I'd like to be able to share whatever little knowledge and experience I've gathered over the years, to be able to share that with our people here in Negros Oriental. This is my manifestation of Gugma o Tabang for all our people here in Negros Oriental. Thank you very much.
Daghang salamat, Mr. Gary Teves. Promises were said. Candidates have spoken. It is now all up to you. This has been your moderator, Maya Hahalya. This is KUMBATI 2013, the Negros Oriental Gubernatorial Debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 traits a true leader must have: credibility, accountability, and flexibility. A leader with great credibility is someone whom his followers can lean on and trust. A leader with a keen sense of accountability is someone who values responsibility above everything else. But most of all, a flexible leader is someone who can find ways in situations where resources are very limited. Their problems may be about health, disaster management, education, or employment. Their problems are many, but a real governor knows the ideal solution and when to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the first ever gubernatorial debates on television here in Negros Oriental. We hope we have helped you decide whom to vote for on May 13. And do always remember, let your voice be heard, let your vote count, and vote wisely. This has been your host, Rafi Cabristande, And this is KUMBATI 2013, the Negros Oriental Gubernatorial Debates. Thank you and good day.